so it's pretty good.
How's your pre-rolling going?
Fine.
I'm busting out my tiny dice because Andrew hasn't touched
I've
them.
ruined the big dice.
Yeah.
Nothing but single digits since I touched it, but...
Yep.
Don't look at them.
You've got a mega dice and then little baby dice.
Get some salt and blessed oil and consecrate your dice again.
Well, speaking of Andrew ruining dice rolls, do we want to get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry, Andy.
Wow, okay.
Not so bad.
That's pretty standard, one of the 17.
2 17s.
Well, it's good that you're wasting them now, really, is what I'm thinking.
That's not how probability and statistics
It's how it works for Andrew, that's for sure.
Andrew's not how probability works. That's just the fact.
Yeah.
He isn't probability.
Well, do you guys remember what happened last week, though?
Did we fight some Mind Masters, or was that the week before?
We interrupted an interrogation.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the Mind Masters, yeah.
The mine.
And we may or may not have killed the wrong guys.
Yes.
That is true. We very easily could have killed people who were on our
It's fine.
team.
It's
No,
fine.
they probably would have noticed us, been like, oh, it's the people working for...
We never flipped any gang signs. Like, we just went in.
Moscow did be like, you're obvious enough, you're obviously outsiders. The people will probably realize it's you.
Yeah.
At the same time, you didn't really give them a whole lot of time to react to...
We did just
kill
throw
them.
a bear into the room.
It's true.
Tactical bear deployed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were interrogating someone. I think you found out there was the captain of Zardarok's guard that had been... She was saying that she was being framed for some sort of conspiracy theory. You didn't get a whole lot... you got a few things out of her, but you didn't get a whole lot more where Wodun put her to her end.
Did you kill them?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
She was, like, screaming out for help.
Yeah, she was yelling.
Nice.
She was a nut.
And I didn't like the sound, so I killed her.
That's absolutely fair.
It's justified.
Yeah. I was like, ow, my ears. Now your ears, bitch. Sorry.
Oh, just putting a sword through her ears.
From there, you decided to explore. There was a hallway just outside of the interrogation room, and you rounded a corner, deciding to sort of explore this south-east a bit more thoroughly. You found a room with... Should you want me to read the description again?
Blizz.
Yeah.
2 beds stand against the south wall of this room, one of them with a Yeti hide draped across it. At the foot of each bed is a stone chest, next to a stack of 5 sealed copper kegs. The room is heated and illuminated by glowing coals in stone braziers.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
I shotgunned the Yeti thing.
The bedroom.
And I've got my Pope hat on.
It's
Your
true.
what?
Oh, yeah, your new hat.
Your meter.
I thought
Pope hat.
Carnelian was taking that.
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, I think the idea was to give it to Carnelian if he needs to, not look like a kobold, but...
But you need to attune to it.
Yeah, I need to attune to it, so, you can wear them. You can wear the Pope hat
Yeah,
now.
I don't think anyone's attuned to it at the moment.
No.
So
Yeah.
I'm just wearing it.
We need a rest to do that.
Yeah, but I'll be ready.
So this is a somewhat large room. You can see, just for the people listening, it's a very large, maybe a guest room of some description. Even compared to the interrogation room, even compared to the chapel, there's a lot of space in here.
2 beds, did you say?
2 beds, yeah.
2 double beds?
2 king-size beds.
Whoa.
Short kings?
I mean, they're dwarves.
California kings?
They are dwarves.
They are dwarves. What do you guys want to do?
Can I roll a perception check?
Absolutely.
Oh, what am I? Am I a bear still?
believe
You
so.
are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Flip that bed.
Oh, no, I think I've changed to a wolf.
Oh,
you
did.
Yeah,
You did, yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
Yes, and I would like to... If there's any traps to sniff out, so I can get...
Sure.
Advantage?
Do a perception check. Yeah, you can do it with advantage.
Svieta, you're sniffing awfully hard. Let me give you a little pat. Good luck. A pat on the flank.
On... D4.
Bless you. I blessed your flank, yeah.
Thank you.
Did you bless it, or was it Big K?
Bless it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Well, I maxed on both dice, so natural 20 and a 4 on the D4, so a lot.
What is that?
27.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
I see everything.
Unfortunately, DC 28. No.
I'm leaving.
you're taking a sniff around. This room, you can smell these very light scent of perfume permeating the air, even though like there's a bunch of these braziers going and it's that coal smell. It's still lightly fragrant and seems like someone was here recently to your nose. Someone's been staying here. The copper kegs have a sort of maybe sort of fungal smell, sort of, but not really, like a more of a pleasant, maybe earthy smell to them. And the chests also seem to have a smell, like a sort of almost exotic smell to them as well. The Yeti hide smells like it's been cured, like it's been very carefully cured and crafted as well. So it looks like it's not just a hide that's been tanned and then thrown down. It's very finely made.
Does the perfume smell familiar?
Do an insight check for me.
Insight is 11.
11. I mean, it's not. Yeah, no, that's okay. You think you were in a different form at the time, so it's hard to match up the smells. But you kind of get reminded of Lady Muscat.
I think I'm still talking to Horatio in my mind. I'll relay this back to Horatio and the smells.
Oh.
It smells like Lady Muscat. This is my dog voice.
Sound a little harsh. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it was Lady Muskrat's room. She may have stayed here, everyone.
Nothing smells dangerous.
Okay. Svieta tells me it smells pretty good. It's clear.
I would like to search the room.
Sure.
Is there
So the only obvious things in this room are the kegs, the beds, and the two chests as well. So you do... What do you search first?
20 copper says that the kegs are full of beer or ale or whatever it is Muscat was the heiress of.
Instead of 20 copper, you have to drink some if it is. And then you got a deal.
Wait, how does that work?
I mean, if it's not that, he has to drink whatever it is in there?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so
I love your confidence, little man. Love it.
you go to the kegs first.
Do they have like a is it a keg that can be resealed, or is this still something that is sitting?
It looks like it's sealed, like it needs to be tapped.
How do you do that with a copper keg?
I don't know, but someone in the comments can let us know.
Is there a copper spigot?
Sure.
I think we all have ice picks.
On top of one of the kegs, there's a copper spigot.
Yeah, there you go, tapped.
All right. Yeah. Well, if the top can be opened, Carnelian will open the top of one of them.
Sure. Do you what languages do you speak again?
Common, Dwarven, Draconic.
On the side in Dwarven, you see it's like stamped into the metal, Dark Late Stout.
Dark Late Stout. Yeah, that's a beer.
That sounds good.
That does sound good, actually. Oh, it's probably a mushroom beer because they live underground.
I've never had a mushroom beer.
Incorrect.
We had mushroom beer.
You had mushroom beer when you took some of Lady Muscat's alcohol.
Mushroom beer.
Yeah, I didn't get to really describe it at the time, but yes. So you'd like to tap some and try it?
I'm going to try some.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay.
But before I do, I'm going to take this Yeti thing and wrap it around my shoulders.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try some.
Muscat's going to get down to her room and she's going to realise that we've raided that as well. And she's been, oh, shit.
When we come back, you're wearing her rug.
I should have been more specific.
You tap the beer. How's your experience with Underdark stuff in general, being a kobold?
Pretty. It'd probably be better than everybody else's, honestly.
Okay, so who's partaking? Everyone?
If kobolds have alcohol, which I imagine they would, it is probably mushroom-based.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll have a sip.
So all but Svieta, who's staying in it.
I'll sit alert.
I'll think to Svieta, would you like me to get a dish and we can put some down for you?
No, I'll make sure no one attacks you guys.
Oh, that's probably a better idea.
Hey, she wants to sell it to the 10 towns. Let's see if it's up to snuff. Compare it to good mead.
I'll tune in to Meow Meow Meows.
Yes.
Meow Meow Radio. There's a dragon on the loose. I'd rather be sober.
Touche. Do your quick tap. We may have to rest as well.
You tap the kegs, hand out. There's a couple mugs there as well. It is indeed a mushroom-based ale. as most of the Underdark beer is. However, Carnelian, to your taste, it's pretty good quality one. Considering mushroom ale can be pretty, not rancid, but it can be really tough on the palate for those who are not used to the Underdark. But even for Horacio and Wodun, you find it's like very different to what you would normally expect. Wodun, it tastes similar to what you had upstairs, but just better.
How would it compare to like a Luskan beer being like a seaside sort of piratey?
The Luskan beers have a very sort of fruity, almost a fruity texture to, like a fruity taste to them as well with the beer, and it's fairly refreshing.
Luskan hazy.
Yeah, like a hazy IPA. Funnily enough, this is more of a stout, thick, full-bodied experience.
So this is like a lager or like
more like a dark beer.
So like Guinness.
Yeah, similar or more. Yeah, but except instead of like a wheat beer, it's the mushroom that's making.
Is it like extra yeasty?
Yeah, it's got overtime.
Got one of those like bread in a can kind of beers.
Mm-hmm. But if you were to judge at all, Carnelian, this looks like one of her primo products from she's a Baroness.
I'm glad we decided to tap some of this beer.
This is good.
I'd like to propose a toast to urgency.
Cheers! I'll get the next round.
It's entirely possible that we could all die down here. So I
Entirely.
propose we enjoy ourselves while we can,
Touché.
just in case.
Touché. Speaking of while we're down here, how do we feel about taking a short break? I'm feeling pretty tapped, actually.
Like this keg.
Yeah. Well, that keg's got a lot more in it than I do. I'll tell you that.
It's fine of them too.
Yeah.
I am
How do we feel?
quite tapped as well, but I don't think I'm going to be getting much better, from another break.
I feel great. Except for my health.
Well, that's the thing. Svieta, how do you feel?
I would not be benefiting much from a break.
Are you able to continue healing in my stead?
I have 3 spells left,
Okay.
and
Oddly specific, but
one of them feels a bit more potent than the other one.
yes. Well, I feel like I've got one left, but it's probably one of my weaker ones, shall we say? Or weakest.
If we rested, I would not be gaining any of my normal health back.
Very well. Well, provided we do have some healing power, I'm happy to carry on and just do what I can. Told the Dead seems to be working pretty well. I think Callan's got his bell out today quite nicely. It must be said.
Yes, well, please avoid the front line then.
Yes, I'm more of a backline bell ringer.
Yes.
I like to think of myself.
It's very impressive.
At least all of you should get something back on a short rest. Like you get your channel divinity, you get your spells, you get your shapeshift. I think you get your inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
So there's some stuff that comes back. You do still have some stone chests at the foot of each bed as well.
Maybe use not your real hands. Maybe a mage hand.
I'll mage hand and test to see if they're locked.
It doesn't appear to be.
All right, we'll do the left one first.
You open the left chest. I'm assuming you're standing back.
Yes, where
yeah.
are we standing? That's what I was going to say.
I'll move to the. It's I'll stand at the 30 feet away. Just sit in the doorway and mage hand.
So they're basically at the very bottom here in the unclosed. So imagine the beds are at the on these walls, these little niches,
You're on your own,
Yeah.
Svieta.
and it's in these sort of squares where the
It's not a dog noise. So opposite of where we are.
at the very bottom of the room, south of the room.
It's not a very big room.
It's pretty. Yeah, I mean for a bedroom, it's
I'm at the
25
hallway.
feet tall.
Yeah, we're out.
I mean, it is for people who are between 4 and 5 feet tall.
It's true. I am a large creature.
Alright, so Svender's also jumping out of the room, I imagine.
I'll stay where I am, which is in front of the door,
Okay.
slightly out of the way. I'll sit in the corner.
You use the mage hand and open one of the chests on the left. It opens. Nothing untoward appears to happen. And you can see the tops of something in there. You'd have to go and investigate.
Can I rummage around and just lift things out one at a time?
Skill tester style.
Well, yeah, do you want to have a chance of dropping any of the things, if in case they're fragile?
I don't think I have a chance of dropping. It's just as long as it doesn't weigh any more than 10 pounds.
You can't see it. Okay. You can rummage around. It looks like you pick up something. It looks like it's shaped as a flask or a bottle.
Yeah, I'll lift it up and pull it out.
Yeah. Do you bring it to you? Or?
Yep.
You bring it to you and you see this sort of spherical glass bottle with a red liquid inside and helpfully labeled health potion.
I'm going to give that to Wodun. Here, drink this.
Put it in your mushroom beer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Am I the most in need of this?
I hear the health potion is a very popular cocktail.
How would you put yourself on a scale of whatever you could be as compared to what you are now?
Lightly under half.
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Maybe you can
have
recover
it.
some hit points from your rest.
Yes,
as well.
exactly. So maybe you have it. Oh!
One's I got a min and a max, so what was it?
Plus 2.
Plus 2, so 7.
Average.
Cool.
Nice, man. Nice.
7 healing.
All right, let's give that another go. I liked the lucky dip. Let's.
Going again?
Yeah.
You pull out another one of the same type of thing you just pulled out.
Ooh.
Looks like there's a second health potion in there.
Hell yes.
Does anybody in particular need like a 7-ish hit points?
I feel like if I rested, I could probably get that back.
Well, let's save it. Let's save it then.
Yeah, I think save it for combat.
All right, we'll keep going.
You rummage around in that left chest, and all you really pull out are like maybe little bits of. You think it looks like paper, like as in scrunch paper, like it's sort of maybe packing material.
Okay.
What do you want to do? There's also one chest to the right.
Is it heavy?
The chest?
No, the whatever the packing paper.
No.
Is it wrapped around something, or is it just
No,
lying?
it looks like it's just sort of there.
All right, then we'll go to the other chest then.
You open the other chest. Same thing.
Yep.
Pull out another health potion.
Oh,
This is a great
this
room.
room.
This
We
room's
are
the best.
blessed.
Go again.
Yep.
You pull out a fourth health potion.
I
And-
like this room.
This one looks like it has a note attached via twine to the neck.
I will read the note. I assume it's in Dwarvish.
Dear mother.
Is in common. It says, "Congratulations on making it this far, heroes of good mead. I trust that these potions could help you along your way." And then it's signed M.
All right, Carnelian's going to pull out like a little script, like a little bit of paper from his bag, and he's going to be like, "Thanks for the health potions. The ale is pretty good. I hope you could probably sell it in the Dale," and then leave that on the bed.
I hope you have a means for resealing the barrel because we do not. Kind regards.
You probably are going to want to drink this within 2 days.
If I wasn't in dog form, I can just cast mending on it, but that's okay. Well, if we are resting,
Yeah.
I'm not sure anymore.
Little 1 hour break. Do we want to wait an hour? Could be beneficial.
We've had 2 short rests, but one of them was for 10 minutes.
So it's been at least an hour 10, probably close to an hour and a half with all of the actual travel we've done.
But who knows how fast that dragon is.
Probably
Could be done by
pretty
now and
fast.
just flying back.
Well, we have 3 potions, which we can use to heal on the go. We do also get, like, the Song of Rest. If we take a short rest now, we are getting more than just...
Does that still benefit us even if we don't have any hit?
No,
points?
you have
Okay.
to spend at least 1. So
I
I have
have none.
1 more hit die to spend.
I have none. That's okay.
You don't have any?
No.
Well, then there's not much point.
Well, no, if Horatio needs it, or if Wodun needs to, or even if Carnelian needs to, like, I can still be there because I'll still get a wild shape back.
I don't get very much back on a short rest, and I do think that a long rest is too long, so I don't personally need a short rest.
Unless it's better that we have a long rest because way more people will benefit from it.
As players, you are right,
Yeah.
but as Wodun, Svieta, Carnelian, and Horatio, would they be happy to lie in bed and go to sleep for 8 hours at the moment?
No.
Probably not.
Wodun wouldn't, for sure. And even as a player, I could probably get away with not. I haven't used any spell slots, and
Oh, okay. What do you get back on a short rest?
Channel Divinity.
That's your Isn't that
Path
turn
to
undead
the-
thing?
But yep, and Path to the Grave.
He's also got the other one that gives vulnerability to all damage on the next
Oh
hit.
yeah.
Path to the Grave, yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't used it, so joke's on me, I guess.
You've used it a couple times.
Can you use that when you use Toll the Dead?
No, because I think Channel Divinity is an action.
Ah, okay.
That's correct.
He could use it with, like, Healing Word.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys... there's some very valid points all across here.
Do we want to drink the rest of the health potions now, then? Because it's better doing it now than in combat.
Tell you what, I could probably take one. I am keen to carry on, so maybe I'll have a sip. I'll put a bit in my mushroom stout. Any objections if I have a bit of a sip?
I'm not going to have any more, and I'll...
Are you sure?
If we get into combat and I need one, maybe we'll save it for then, but... You know, we may not need it, and it would be a waste of a potion if I used it and then we didn't end up getting attacked or whatever.
You should be at your best before getting into a fight, rather than getting into a fight and then realizing that you need to heal.
I guess the point is, do we think we're going to fight again pretty soon? And the answer is yes.
It might be good to have 2 health potions in a fight. And we're already down to...
just in case someone else gets hit really hard.
Well, someone else carry the other one then.
I got no pockets.
I just drank one. Hey, it's me.
I dropped mine. Oh no.
Well, Carnelian's going to give the other one to Wodun to hang on to then.
Sounds good to me.
So we had 4 in total, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got 2 remaining if the 2 of you drunk.
I drunk.
Yep. And I've got one on my person, and someone else gets one.
I am...
You're usually the furthest from battle, although if you get taken out when you're all by yourself, we can just like jam it into your throat because it's on your body.
No, I think Carnelian is going to drink, because 15 hit points down. That's...
Yeah, you are looking a little bit rough there.
I'm half, but should be okay.
But I don't have a wild shape, and my AC is...
And I'm full health as a dog, so
okay,
I'm
so
okay right now.
So...
It would just be good to have one.
7 points. That is much comfier. Alright. So, we've just got the one left.
Just the one. Situational brew.
Who's got it?
Roll.
Let's
Wodun.
Wait, okay, great.
Okay.
Let's roll. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase before, Wodun. Is it some kind of regional expression?
It's the Luskan thing. A lot of boulders there.
On the sea.
You are just asking for a Baldur's Gate joke that I couldn't think of one.
Lots of boulders there by the sea.
I usually think of, like, gait as in, like, a slow walk, kind
A
of.
gate.
Yeah.
You do have a very short gate, Carnelian.
Okay, so you've come out of the Lady Musgart room. You are heading... You've gone straight north and it connects to that hallway which you came from the other interrogation room. And I'm assuming you're turning north as the hallway that you haven't explored yet leads
Yes.
further north from here.
Yes.
Okay. You want to roll a stealth check since you already
Yes.
walked pretty much most of the way out
Yes, I
there?
definitely want to roll the stealth check.
Strongly suggest that.
Especially
Somebody
since
hold
you,
my armor.
Especially since you saw a little bit of what you surely shouldn't have.
Shall we have a group stealth, then?
Yes.
I want Wodun's stealth check because he walked out there by himself.
Oh, God.
Carnelian, don't you have some kind of thing you can do that makes everyone really quiet?
I wish I had passed without a trace.
I'm also wearing a Yeti cloak and a Pope hat and drinking a beer while trying to stealth past in scale mail.
Yep.
So here we go. That's
That's
cocked.
cocked, yeah.
That's actually not awful. So 12.
12, you say.
12 at disadvantage.
Okay. So you're going to move yourself to where you were before.
Yeah,
Just
I
so it's
think I
fair.
had already gone past.
I was going to offer to go first,
bad.
but
Yeah, no, I was well past.
No,
So.
you weren't.
He was moving.
You were about on this square here.
you were
Take
too
it
back,
back
my
there.
friend.
That's where he was before you asked him to.
No, I was around.
So for those listening at home, we're using Roll20, and if you, as you move around on the map, it highlights what you can see automatically. So every now and again, we'll get an accidental little peep into the next room. We have to pretend that we didn't see.
Not so accidental, actually. It's dynamic lighting, and there's gaps in the walls, so if you can see stuff in there, you can see little peaks of things. In this particular case, Wodun moved on before I was finished describing for the audience, and got a bit of peek where he probably shouldn't have.
I can see the danger room.
What I will say, though, is I think you were about here where the thing I was going to describe goes off. You start creeping around the corner, and you're being actually fairly quiet for you, but...
Oof.
With disadvantage, you're never particularly stealthy. And you started creeping up to this corner, and you peer around, and the Pope hat falls off on the ground and makes a little, light cloth thud. And as you quickly retrieve it and pick it up, you're peering around, and you see these figures that look like they're manning maybe crenellated towers at the very end of the hall on the west. One of the figures, when you drop the hat, turns, and you see him see you. It's a little short figure, it looks like a Durgar, and he takes a double take to his right and left, and then he starts walking down the hallway towards Wodun.
From the danger room.
Yeah, from this sort of room you can see.
So I put the hat back on.
Yeah.
And I gesture to the hat like hopefully he knows what that Pope guy that I took it off. He knows that guy can change shape. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I point to the hat and I'm give him a nod oh yeah, you know the hat. And then I flick him the gang sign for Lady Musgart just subtly.
As you're pointing to the hat, the Durgar takes a look around behind his shoulder, and he looks at you again and he just goes, shh, and he creeps closer to you. And then with one last look around his shoulder, he turns the corner, out of sight from the crenellated tower.
Is he stopped next to me, or
Yeah,
what is he doing?
he has.
Is he looking at me?
He's looking from side to side, and as he looks down the hallway, you can see the rest of you, and he looks at you and he goes, call your friends.
Who are you? Why? What do you want?
I'm a follower of Lady Musgart. You can probably tell that from now. My name is...
Wow.
Simple.
How much mushroom beer have you had?
My name is Johnkin.
Johnkin.
My name is Johnkin.
Is that with a H?
Is it Duncan
No.
with a J?
You can't speak to me. You're further on down there. Get your friends up here.
I'll gesture to the other guys. What? Where are we? What's in that room?
As the rest of you approach, he sort of nods his head at all of you. Right.
Guys, this is Jonkin.
Yes,
Hey,
Johnkin.
hey, Johnman.
Johnkin. The kin of John. It's too long to explain.
That makes sense.
Back there is a watchtower. You probably see the crenellated towers and watching off. But two of the guards there are not Musgart guards. It's just me. But there's another tower opposite as well. There's another Musgart loyalist there too.
Where? Up.
Further north.
Further north.
And then there's more towers around the main forge.
What's the other loyalist's name?
Her name is Frisketta.
Frisketta?
Yes,
Frisketty?
Frisketta. Shh, not too loud, don't laugh.
Sorry, Jonkin.
Sorry. It's very rude to laugh at our names.
I know, I'm
I
sorry.
think they're racist, jeez. Okay,
What's up ahead there? Where should we go?
so the towers overlook the main forge. Zardarok's up there, giving directions to all of his workers. But if something breaks out, the gods are likely to try and shoot at you. But if a fight breaks out, we can help.
Jonkin, can you draw them away from Zardarok?
My current plan is, if a fight breaks out and there's you guys, one of us on each tower is going to push one of the other ones off the tower and then start the fight with the other one. Good surprise round, no?
Yeah,
Occupied.
you're a very handy friend to have.
Me.
Which door would you recommend that we come through to get as close to Zardarok as possible?
Hey, well, you could go back the way you came, go towards the chapel, and it goes out into the main floor too. I'd be careful of these doors just to the northwest. These double doors. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That route, the corridor there is trapped. You don't want to go through there. If you can avoid it, it's a lightning trap of some description.
So through the chapel.
The chapel's probably going to be an untrapped one, but it's broad and open. You need to find some way to sneak out. There's another set of double doors here to the east, on the north. You can see the corridor turns around. It leads to a special room that Zodorok has access to. We think it's his vault. None of us have the key, though. It looks like he has some special item to open it. I don't know what it is.
Is it a statue with boobs?
There was an impression on a plate, but it didn't look boob-shaped. Look, don't ask me how I know that. It just doesn't look like boobs, okay? Stop looking at me like that.
Sorry, I was somewhere else, thinking about other things.
So was I. Were we talking about boobs? No, anyway, it's guarded by some mechanized Durga called Durga Hammerers. So expect a fight if you want to go in there. Up to the north, there's a common room. Sort of a mess hall. There's a lot of Zodorok loyalists, but there's a lot of Musgart ones as well. If you approach there, there'll be a fight. But, I think we can take them. Apart from the watchtowers in the north of the forge, there's a little prison, like a brig. It's got a couple of prisoners in there. Again, guarded by hammers, so you'll have to fight them if you get there, but, heard tell there's some sort of Goliath prisoner in there. He could be useful in a fight. I think his gear is stored somewhere near the chapel as well. I think they put it in the chapel armory. There's also some guy from Duggan's Hole there, too. Don't know how useful he'll be, but he seems, I don't know, I don't like the look of him.
Duggan's Hole, yeah, it doesn't sound very useful.
I don't know. Some of the guys I've seen from Duggan's Hole doesn't seem like anyone from Duggan's Hole to me.
Is there a key to the chapel armory?
He looks back and forth, and he pulls out a small keyring, and he gives you 2 keys. This key will get you into the armory and the chapel. Either side of the statue, there should be 2 doors. There's arms and armor in there. The other key will open up the cells in the north, so if you get there, you can easily break out the occupants. They might be useful to you in a fight, but really hard to get there. You have to sneak under the watchtowers and not make a sound. And then you gotta get past the open forge into the north. Maybe it'd just be better to take the fight to Zargarok himself first. I don't know. But as soon as you guys start a fight on the forge, we're gonna push the rest of them over, hopefully do a bunch of damage to them, and start a fight with the other one that's on the remaining on the tower. We'll get a one-on-one fight either way. But if you go north to the mess hall, and if we survive that fight, you'll have a few more allies in a fight on the forge floor. Or maybe you could send them up on the watchtower and we can overpower people easier. I don't know. It's up to you.
Good point.
Jonkin, I put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Insight check.
Alright, go ahead.
Is your name actually Alistair Moody?
Fuck. I don't know why I rolled with advantage. I'll roll again. 5. I was just trying to work out, like, if he isn't, like, if he's being truthful, if they're actually going to do it to help us out if there is a fight.
Alright, I lied. My name's Junkin Jr. I don't like to tell people senior's my father, but it seems weird to go by Junior, you know? I'm a fully grown man. Well, fully grown dwarf.
John,
Shouldn't go by Junior.
You've been extremely helpful, and you're a senior in my heart.
Oh, thank you. One day I'll get out of being junior constable. I'll be senior constable. Oh, those will be the days I'll get a pay rise of an extra flagon of ale a week.
Well,
don't laugh at me, you little kobold.
I think Zodorok. This might be a good chance for us to take out Zodorok.
I agree.
I also agree.
I can't stay too much longer. If they'll get suspicious, as 2 of the other guards are Zodorok loyalists, if I'm gone too long, they'll suspect something. Do you have any other questions of me before I go back?
How do we give you the signal? Sorry.
As soon as you start a fight on the floor, we'll see it and we'll start. As I said, you might get some more allies to the north, or you might get some more allies from the prison. Your choice.
Can we signal you before there's a fight, and so that you can distract them, and then we get the jump on Zodorok?
I don't know. What other kind of stuff do you have on you? Like flares or?
Probably. something.
Do you have a mirror, a little mirror? And like reflect some light into our faces?
I've got something, yes.
You could sneeze.
Oh God, there's something in my head!
I could flick a gang sign into your head.
Oh Lord, it's like having one of the elephants in here again. Not again! Oh, it's just you, big bear.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm a dog.
A dog, big dog. Oh, you look like a bear of a dog. That's a real big dog.
He has had a few mushrooms. Beers, I think.
Listen, I don't need to hear that from you. I can smell the mushroom ale in your breath. Yeah, you could do that.
Can you show me what your allies look like in the other room? In the room that's apparently got like a bunch of other Durga?
We all look the same, really. I mean, we're all in the same armor and everything, but as soon as you get there, I mean, one of the, what was his name? Mrod? Came down here. Gave us a heads up from Lady Musgard you'd be down here, so.
Is he still down here?
The DM doesn't know.
The DM turned American.
Yeah, this is sort of American accent. Hey, look, if you go there, they'll be ready to side with you right away.
Okay.
But, look, can't you do whatever you want because we'll follow your lead.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is there anything else you got for me?
Yeah, Zydarok. What's the best way to get to him?
He's up on a big platform. Hard to get to him directly. He'll be surrounded by. He's got one of the foreman, Frontera. She's working the floor, so she'll be ready to protect him. There's these sort of creatures that are locked up in a cage as well. If he releases them, you'll be in for a bit of a hard time, so be careful of that.
How does he release them?
Sorry?
How does he release them?
There's a lever down in the south. So Frontera will probably get these creatures that she's directing to fight you. These giant lizard creatures in the cages. If someone gets to the lever down there in the south, they might get you in trouble. But normally you'd also have to contend with everything on the watchtowers. But as I said, we'll jump in for that. And again, if you can get some help, you might be able to sneak around a bit if you've got some more Durga allies. I don't know. It's up to you. Now, please, is there anything else you need? Any other information that the DM can give you before I gotta get back?
Do you know anything about the dragon?
Yeah, some crazy Project Zydarok stood. Giant Charlotte dragon supposed to destroy the 10 towns.
How do you stop it?
I think once it's out there, but I don't know, if you kill Zydarok, you can stop giving it commands. You have a better chance of fighting it then, because it can't get new commands out from Zydarok. So if you kill him, then go after the dragon as quick as possible. You might be able to at least stop it from destroying some of the towns. There's a flight path upstairs that'll show you exactly where it goes, so you can try and anticipate where it is.
We've seen it, yeah.
Well, good. You'll know exactly where it goes. It takes some time between towns. It's got a set thing to destroy the towns, and they'll probably put up some resistance. But it's going to be way stronger than all of them, so the longer you spend down here, the more destruction it'll wreak. We don't, really care. I mean, Musgod's sort of promising that we could do business with the 10 towns instead. Sounds like a better proposition to me. I don't know.
Jonkin, if you and your boys make it out of here, beers are on me.
All right, I'll hold you to that. What's your name again?
Wodun.
Wodun. What's your name again? Young little kobold fella.
Carnelian.
You, old man with the beard. You look old to me. I don't know, human ages confuse me.
How old are you, kid?
I'm like 82. Really young, actually.
Yeah, I'm Horacio.
Dwarves last for a while.
I'm Horacio.
Horatio, okay. And scary wolf bear lady in my head.
Svieta,
okay. All right, well, I'll tell the boys as much as I can. But, yeah, it's going to be a hard fight for you guys anyway, so I hope you're prepared.
Got my Pope hat. We'll be good.
Yeah, I see you stole that.
Let's get out of here.
All right, just wait. Shh. And he looks around the corner, and then he looks back to you and nods, and he creeps down the hallway back to where he was.
Do we want to go check out that armory first now that we got the key?
Are we able to get access to it without being detected?
I think he said we have to get underneath the watchtowers silently.
No, that was for the Goliath's gear?
Wasn't that in the armory and we just go through that secret tunnel that we just came through before?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We just go back through the secret tunnel into the chapel, and then we can open those locked doors that were in the chapel now, because we got the key.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the armory.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Right.
yeah, definitely
Yep.
we should do that.
Yep.
I'll go first.
Just to move this on a little bit quicker, I'll say that it's pretty clear, so you guys can head back to that location.
Mm-hmm.
If you try one of the keys, I'll just move Svieta in there so you can see. But if you try the keys, the doors do unlock. So I will open them up.
Open the door.
It's
The
lucky.
prison, from what he said, the prison was difficult to get to without being noticed, right? Because was it the north through the forge?
Yeah, you have to go through the forge and under the watchtowers in the north, and the floor's big and open, but you might be able to sneak underneath them. So you open up the armory, and what you see inside, you see obviously quite a number of picks, javelins, scale mail, stuff that these guys are all fitted out with. You also see in the corner a separate set that looks not like the rest of it. Looks like it's not built for a Durga, it's built for someone very big. And it is a set of hide armor and a great axe and some separate javelins that look like they're decorated with the sort of like less the steel, cold, dark ones of the Durga and more a wooden texture with some feathers at the tail end of it. Looks like it's not the same javelins.
This must be the Goliath stuff.
We should bring it. Are we going to go north and try and head up the side passage north and try and recruit some additional people for the fight, or are we just going to go straight into Zardarok?
I mean, the more the merrier, but there's a huge risk involved with that strategy. We're not exactly known sneakers, and if only one of us goes in their court, the fight's on, and that person's on their own.
It sounds like if there's a fight at all of the Musgard supporters will kick off. So maybe we go for Zardarok. The fight breaks out across the whole fortress, and then we get to the prisoners after.
We could almost, in the confusion of battle, we could almost try and get past and unleash the Goliath into the fray. Where was the mess room again?
Straight north from where you guys were talking at that junction. So where Wodun is, you can see on the map still.
Yeah.
You can see at the very edge of his vision, there's sort of it splits out into what looks like a room. That's the mess hall.
And do you go further north through the mess hall to get to the forge?
No. So he would have told you, but basically the forge, all these watchtowers overlook the forge. That double doors to the left that were trapped open out into the forge, and straight north from the chapel where Svieta is right now also opens out into the forge. Remember when you took a peek out there?
That big hall is the
That
forge.
big open area is the forge, yeah.
Right. So if we hit the mess hall, that we could potentially get some more recruits.
Could. He was saying there was some loyalists there from Asgard as well.
If we can overcome that fight.
Possibly.
What if we just told one person in that room, hey, game's on, and we just let them deal with it? And then the Musgard loyalists overpower the non-loyalists, and then we don't even have to be involved in that fight.
Yeah, that's
Just lock them in and be
we could send
Fight Club
in-
in there.
Yeah.
We could send in an invisible person to
Yeah.
get the fight going. Could you remain invisible and undo a lock?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Because you could also then go for the...
And then you could come back and still be invisible.
And you can shout in Dwarvish too.
Because if we don't have to be a part of a fight, that might be really good.
One less fight.
I don't know how doable it is.
Probably should be me.
It's gotta be you.
Well, give me the Goliath's gear.
Can you hold it?
Imagine him holding it. He's as big as you.
Giant hide armor and
I don't know,
great axe.
how heavy is it?
Look up hide armor and
A great axe? Alright, I am going to quickly figure out if I am capable of carrying the Goliath's equipment.
I'm just going to use the standard weights for armor. I know for a Goliath it'll probably be heavier, but I really don't feel like...
The great axe is probably going to be the problem.
They always are.
So the great axe, looking at this list here, is 7 pounds.
I hate to be the great axe in the room, but
Can't you turn 2 people invisible?
With a 3rd level spell slot, which I do not have any more of.
Okay.
And the hide armor is 12 pounds. So a total of 19 pounds.
I could turn 2 people invisible.
Oh, right. But we need your spells.
Well, I mean, they're good for fighting, but
you got your
I'm happy
Eldritch
to use one.
bread and butter.
You also, you haven't stirred anything up yet in the main forge, so you still haven't taken that rest. You might end up doing that before, or it might be too much time, who knows.
Where's my carrying capacity?
So
on
if we're
this
only
sheet?
going invisible into the main hall? Into the mess hall, sorry? Is that what was going on?
It depends what our purpose is. The prison was north through the mess hall, right?
The prison was north through the forge.
Oh, it's through. Okay, so it's not going to be. It's going to be hard to access.
Yeah, unless you're sneaking or invisible or what have you. The mess hall is straight up north, still in this hallway. At the very end, there's a mess hall.
Carnelian can carry 120 pounds total,
Yeah.
so if he leaves a few things behind,
Yeah.
then he could conceivably bring the great axe and the hide armor.
Okay.
Or we could split in 2s. I could send 2 people invisible. I don't think it should be me, though, because if I'm invisible, my stealth just becomes flat.
I think Svieta and Carnelian and myself should be the invisible ones.
And
Yeah.
then so you guys would head through the forge to the prisoner, free them, and then
Now
it's
remember,
on.
there are some hammerers in that
Oh, the hammers,
prison.
yeah, okay.
Now that's not to say that's impossible to deal with, but just remember that he did tell you that information as well.
I have maybe an idea, but it might not work out until I actually know what's in that room. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what's the end up? What's the overall plan then? By the sounds of it, it sounds like you've come to an agreement.
I like
so.
sending 2 invisible people.
So 2 invisible
go
people
for
to the
it.
prison
Yep.
and 2
Yep.
people go towards the mess hall. Is that the plan?
Well, Wodun, we can go and start some shit. I know Dwarvish, so I can say a few encouraging words.
And I can be very belligerent, so
That you can.
All right. So it sounds like the plan is to send Svieta, and you've got about how long on that invisibility?
An hour.
An hour. So it looks like the plan is to send Svieta and Carnelian through the forge to the prison to try and bust out some potential allies. And then the other plan is to head to that Wodun and Horacio is going to head to the mess hall and see what's up there. I will say also this armory has a number of short swords and daggers as well. So if you want to pick up anything that's going to help you, like just in terms of arming yourself for extra
Yep.
weapons,
I'll
you
take
can
a
do so.
shorty.
If your dex is higher than your strength, take a short sword.
take a shorty.
I have no hints.
I'll take a shorty. I'll take 2 shorties. I'll take a shorty for Svieta later.
Thank you.
And I'll take a sword. Whoop!
Okay.
Don't know what that means. Sorry, Callan.
That's all right. Let's start first with Horatio and Wodun. I think that's going to make the most sense for me, and then we'll go to Svieta and Carnelian.
Good luck, guys.
You too.
Just
Invisible.
remember, if you cast another spell,
Yes, I read that.
we'll
Yeah.
Just middle of a Mission Impossible. Just,
Just cast your minor illusion, quick.
just make like the wall illusion again.
so don't worry too much about the timing here. I'm going to say these happen concurrently, so it's all good. So Horatio and Wodun, do you want to keep walking? North?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The boys.
Mess
you've got
halls are
control
for
of
the
the board.
boys.
Okay, so I'll get you to stop that first intersection, just so I can describe things as you go through.
So hang on, are we going through
North.
the room? Oh, all right.
You're going north.
We're going to the mess hall to get messy.
So what's basically happening here, just to split up, as the party's splitting up, Svieta and Carnelian have gone back through the secret passage to the chapel, ready to head out invisible to the floor, and Wodun and Horatio are proceeding north on that corridor where they met Jonkin. So you head north, and when you hit these set of double doors, you can see this intersection here. A set of double doors to your west, which Jonkin warned you there was a trap in the room behind these double doors. You can also see the double doors to the east, which leads to some sort of vault room. I'm not sure where that is. Continuing further north, there's another intersection that you can see. And as you walk past, you see another one of those Duragars that's standing at the edge of the crenellated towers. And he turns around, looks at you, and gives you a slight nod, and then turns back.
So it's not Fischetti?
Might be Frisketta.
So it's a she or a he?
It's a she.
Okay.
Listen, I'm pulling names from this list.
I know.
There's a list of Duragar names at the top of this description. I'm just pulling them from that.
Is Frisketta one of them?
Yeah, Frisketta. Fisketta.
Fisketta.
There's Qualkins in there, Mrod's in there, Johnkins in there.
Amazing.
Listen, that's all I'm
Are
getting
these
from.
dwarves' names or
These
specifically
are
Duragar?
Duragar names, yeah. Interesting, right? Okay. And you guys approach this open room. As you enter this room, you see a number of Duragar that are milling about, eating food on some long tables that are there, and they just seem to be generally talking and chatting. The atmosphere does feel, though, less jovial than you'd expect, and it seems a little tense. As soon as you step foot in the room, one of the Duragar heads turns to see you and goes, "Intruders!" As another one turns and goes, "For Musgard!"
And I'll cry out, Musgard for life!
Musgard for life! And then several Duragar are like, "What? What are you saying? You're going Musgard! Ah, here from Zardarok!" And then Duragar start popping out of monster closets all over the place. And it's like, Musgard! And then several of them are already armed. They've got javelins out. They've got axes out. And they're like, "Oh, you're traitors! Traitors, all of you! You don't believe in Zardarok at all! Ah, Musgard's got a better idea for what's going to happen to the Ten Talons. You're all delusional!" And this huge scuffle just begins as Duragar start fighting Duragar. You think you might want to go and help, but the fighting is so intense that you're like, you know what? These guys can sort this out themselves.
The fucking Grim Patron card from from Hearthstone is like, "Hey everyone, get in here!"
On the map,
Yeah.
Callan's got it so all of the Musgards look like they're on the left and then all the other ones are on the right. It just reminds me like something out of West Side Story.
Well, I wasn't intending for that, but that's how it happens. And they all charge at each other and get intermingled as they start striking with axes and punching each other and getting mugs and shattering them over each other's heads. And they're yelling and you're like, are people coming? And you look back around the corridor and you see Fisketta gives you another nod it's alright, it's cool. At the end of the general brawl and melee, several Duragar remain.
We have to ask them why they just chill inside closets. After this,
It's important.
It's Duragar, it's just their thing, you know?
I need to know.
They're all called Maraud and they hang out in cupboards. Who are these people?
Mrop.
I don't know about you, Horacio, but that's the easiest bar fight I've ever started.
Tell me about it.
Didn't even have to do anything.
Not that I've done many, but I imagine they don't go that smoothly for the person who starts them typically.
The dust settles, and it becomes very quickly apparent to you as you're watching this melee that there are more Musgard followers in this room than there are Zardarok followers. In the end, only 5 remain, and they all look to you all bruised and bloodied, and they flash the Musgard gang symbols.
And we flash back with a nod.
The bloody boys.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Gentlemen, and ladies, I can't tell. We've got some fighting to do.
I look at you and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll look at them all and quietly say, "For Musgard,
For Musgard.
this way." And then I'll lead them out. We'll lead them out, sorry.
And so 5 of them turn with you and follow. Alright, you guys got a plan?
Wodun's just staring at Horatio with a tear in his eye. He's never been so proud. Horatio's leading a rebellion.
It was only a couple of weeks ago I was doing heart surgery.
Just gotta put little X's on
Not
all
quite.
these dead Duragar. Don't worry, there's a lot of dead ones. So, all of you turn with 5 Duragar behind you and you start walking back down the hallway?
Yes,
No, we're jogging.
As we walk, we're like clicking both our hands by our sides.
And then one of the
sort of bending
Duragar from the
forwards.
watchtower goes, "Warriors! Come out to play! Warriors!" Sorry.
Keep it down back there. I forgot your names. But keep it down back there.
Sorry. So you start walking back. On the other side, at the same time, Carnelian and Svieta. You can see the map.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to open this door.
I did barricade this door, so it might be a little bit harder to open.
Does the other door here not also lead, like...
Only this door to the north leads to the forge.
Okay.
I feel like we agreed that you would be able to dismantle your own barricade.
If she wasn't...
If I had hands.
Yeah.
If I
Carnelian
was
has
a girl.
Carnelian has a crowbar. Carnelian will crowbar the barricade.
So not so silent, but it is
Effective.
it is quick.
I
Quicker.
would have 2 human hands.
I'm going to open this for you now.
Thank you.
So invisible, you look out onto this forge area. You want to step out of the doors?
Well,
Stop. Carnelian, this is a one-time only thing. Get on my back.
Yes.
Because I move 50 feet as a dog.
Yes.
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Okay, so you'll just use...
Wow, that's a perfect. That's like the perfect stealth unit, like infiltration unit. Is you invisible too?
I will. We'll just use Sveta's pawn for this until we need Carnelian. Then I'll move them into the appropriate place. So Sveta, if you want to move the pawn out, you can step out onto the forge floor.
It's huge.
So you can
God, it's
see
massive.
this is a massive area that I was saying. You can see the watchtowers all ringing around this area. Can you see those? The
Yeah.
crenellations? And you can see on each of them there are 3 Durgar, and you know now one of each 3 is a Musgarten loyalist. Off here to the west, you can see a platform. You can see shouting from the platform down to these creatures on the south is a Durgar that's wrapped all in a big, heavy, soot-lined cloak. He has a crown on his head of some sort of blackened, sharp metal, and he has one hand that looks like it's in some sort of spiked gauntlet. And you can see him almost like a crazy look in his eyes as he's shouting down to a Durgar down here on the south, as well as several other creatures which you're not 100% sure of, giving directions. They're constructing something or doing little... like they're working with tools. Over here to the north, you can see there is a large forge that spills out into like lava, sort of into this central pit. And you can also see there is 2 northern watchtowers that look like they go between what looks like an entryway. You suspect that might be towards where the prison is.
That's quite a sizable and long pit as well. Like,
Yes.
with the lava in
It
it.
looks like it's about 50 feet long and 10 feet wide.
are they rows of anvils lining the pit?
Looks like it. Where would you like to go? You can see what looks clearly like Zardarok here on the platform, but you are just the 2 of you.
Let's try and avoid getting as close to like any Durgar as possible.
Yes.
So tempting to get it.
Dude, I'm so
Invisible
tempted.
strike from behind.
I just want to take that glove. No. I gotta resist.
Hey, loser, nice glove. Who's hurt that?
Let's just keep on track. I'm gonna ignore Zardarok for now, but it's good to know that he's there. Ran some sort of fashion statement. And we'll go north towards where the prison...
Roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Oof. What dice hasn't Andy touched? Don't touch it.
Carnelian plays the Song of Stealth.
Poor guy.
Stealth, our stupid Durgar.
Aw, tiny dice, pull through.
Nice.
The little trooper.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Alright, so you're creeping below these eastern watchtowers and between the eastern watchtowers and the lava pit. And it doesn't look like anyone looks down at you.
I'd be really worried if they did. Alright, I'm gonna continue around the lava pit, like giving it a wide berth.
Yeah. And you are now passing between one of the northern watchtowers and getting closer to the forge there that's spilling out that lava into the pit.
Go closer to the forge.
As you approach the forge, you hear the very distinct sound of a boom, 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 as if something's thudding rhythmically.
Maybe a tiny band is in there.
There's a tiny little rave.
Is it kind of like a hammer coming down constantly? Or like a piston?
It doesn't sound like metal on metal. It sounds like more of a thud. Like something softer hitting like stone, and it's rhythmic, like it's very consistent.
Something soft inside of a forge. Oh, a billow? Bellows? It could be anything.
Questions for later.
That is not a concern right now. I'm gonna continue onwards past the beating.
Yeah.
Beat.
And you can see now there is 2 watchtowers here to your like you're now passing further north in this big, giant space, and you're going between 2 watchtowers to the north. You can see now as it comes into view, there's a small corridor and what looks like a row of like barred doors, like wooden doors that have a small little peek hole into them.
Oh, like where you put food into.
Yeah, like
prisoners?
you might look into one for food and there's one down the bottom for food. Like there's one you look into, but otherwise it's like an iron wooden door.
Okay.
Iron banded wooden door.
Do they look like they go inwards or outwards?
They look like they turn outwards.
Okay. I will go right up, to like where the T intersection is.
You come to this T intersection and now you can more clearly see the rows and rows and rows of doors. So clearly those are little prison cells. And then to your right, as you look around, you can see one of those Duragar hammerers that's just standing there, looking from side to side. If you look to the left, you see another one as well. And if you creep a little bit further forward, it doesn't look like they've noticed you.
Huh.
You can see one at the very end of the prison hall as well.
Are the doors like iron? Like, are they covered doors or like full wooden doors?
They're like
so you
full
can't see
wooden-
through them.
You can't see through them except for the slot at the top, which is obviously meant to peer in at prisoners. And the slots are like closed, so you have to open a little like a little door, like a little sliding door.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't see what's inside.
I wonder if I can just detect thoughts and just find out which door.
Is detect thoughts blocked by material?
Just waiting for the site to load.
Cheerio.
I have a sniff.
You have a sniff?
Yeah, I will try and sniff out
Roll a perception.
Goliath?
Big old snoof.
Yeah,
from someone from Duggan's Hole.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Do I want to save him?
Sniff the armor.
I'll just sniff for anything that's not a Duragar. Oh yeah, sniff the armor. Why don't you guys come with me? Zimma, where are these
I am not
suggestions?
there.
Here you go, Svieta, sniff the armor.
Thank you.
It's the mind connection from the other side of the...
Remnants
Yeah,
of the link.
fully
The
always
shared
connected.
brain cell.
Just the one.
My brain cell.
DM said it's my turn on the brain cell.
That is an 18 on sniff.
You're sniffing the air. Carnelian, you can hear that slight intake of air right in front of you. You know she's smelling something out. And you think most of the, apart from the hammers that are there that have a very distinct mesh of Duragar and oiled machinery, the rest of the cells seem somewhat empty, but you're getting 2 distinct scents, one directly in front of you and one further down to the east. And you reach for the little sliding looking hole in the door.
Carnelian can.
Carnelian Carnelian reaches forward to slide open and look inside. And as he does so, we'll have to find out what happens next week on Reflex Save.
The next episode just like peers back again.
Your meal?
No. I can go over there. Oh, wait, that little that
No.
square thing? What?
Is that
Still keep denying reality.
yeah, like
No.
can you see?
No.
Am I crazy? Can you see?
Yeah, is it got like the 4 prongs?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yes.
that is a platform with stairs leading up to it.
That's actually where they make the butt plugs.
Oh,
And
first customer coming in.
you
Sorry.
can
Whoa.
see
Whoa.
Welcome to Aurea, a country that is renowned for research and progress, A country that prides itself on its advancements and achievements, that opens doors to futures that would otherwise remain closed to its populace of diverse and charming people. However, some say that some doors may be better left unopened. When 4 strangers encounter a rogue automaton, they unknowingly begin to unravel tightly kept secrets about their worlds. Armed with little true knowledge, but unfathomable curiosity, these 4 strangers reach out into the unknown. But will they come back from this perilous journey holding the truth? Or will they be holding on to the reality they think they know? Join Ivy, Varys, Alara, and Ziva as they dig into the secrets of Aurea and what lies beyond the edge.
We are the Rainbow Dice Club, a 5e actual play podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Rainbow Dice Club to keep up with all our adventures.